All right, Angie, welcome. And I'm gonna record the conversation. And if there's anything that you'd like to leave off the conversation, please let me know, and we'll stop the recording. Otherwise, we'll assume that everything is able to go on public. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. Cool. Well, it's good to see you after a few weeks. I can't wait to hear how things are going. I hear that there's a lot of things moving in a good way. So would you like to
Yeah,
share?
sure. Yeah, lots of wonderful momentum, a lot of learning with life in general. It's a wonderful experience to have all these wonderful projects and learning how to navigate through all of them, and like my mind is just like keeps on reminding me all these things, and like I have to remember them. And last night I just had to keep sending messages to myself because it was late at night, and I was having like a whole brain system restoration
Uh-huh.
from a ceremony. And so I was just like, I couldn't stop computing, and I had to send myself voice notes and reminders and messages, but it was too late for me to like get up and write on the document. So it's like, okay, I'm just gonna put these little messages and I'll work on the document more with Emiliano. So
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're basically, are you do you feel like you're managing everything that you have to manage in a more organized manner, or do you feel more organized in a way, or you still are experiencing like this chaos in your life? You still have to balance a lot of things.
I think that chaos is actually part of not the natural order of things.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So, it's really just like learning how to like be with that chaos and like
Mm-hmm.
surrender to it, but at the same time, like with structure, And so I think I'm like really getting to a good balance with both of those.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm proud of myself and of
Good.
us.
That's great to hear. I'm happy to
Yeah,
hear that. That's,
yeah,
I can feel your energy is doing really well. I can feel your energy is high, and that you're, yes, we all go through our, chaos inside of our lives, because
yeah,
it's messy, it's not
yeah,
perfect, and inside
right,
of that messiness it's perfect as well. So it's not, there's nothing wrong with it. It's but like you said, it's learning to flow instead of like getting angry or upset that things are not going our way, and learning to
right.
flow freely, right?
Flow with it rather than resist it. Yeah,
Yeah, good.
for
Well,
sure. Yeah,
that's how it seems like you're dealing with things. So can't
yeah.
wait to hear more details in throughout this call. And well,
Perfect.
why don't we talk about, well, just as a recap from last
Uh huh.
session. Last session we
Yeah,
talked about what your big vision is
yeah.
for the next 10 sessions, right? Or for whatever
Right.
sessions we have. So we talked about, first of all, was getting organized, getting
Right.
your creative energy organized so that you can be very productive, and you can focus on the things that you want to focus on, and not do things that are not your expertise, and you have someone that can do that.
Yes.
So that was one. And you also want to make sure you have a content organization strategy,
Yeah.
your system for social media,
Yeah.
and your system for communicating, and you're gonna
Yeah.
use your reality map for that.
Yes.
So that's on a
Perfect.
on a nutshell. That's what you're committed to within the next sessions.
Yeah.
And we talked about last week about creating your key performance indicators for the whole for the next quarter, so that you could understand what are the aspects that you would like to have accomplished and what are the results that you want to accomplish, so that for you it's very clear.
Yes.
So that's kind of like where we're at. And for this session, besides reviewing that and seeing like what are some of the things you've been able to think about, or there's anything new, I'd like to ask, like, what would you like to like, what would make this session extraordinary for you?
This session extraordinary. Well, I definitely feel like I have very specific priorities with like this event that we have coming up, and us working on all the marketing materials for that, and wanting to create like a marketing strategy for the month, and me wanting to get in touch with the social media assistant that I need be in communication with her. And I think that right now my biggest roadblock with that is like the content management. But I do have like a content manage applicant that I've been talking to. So now it's like everything that I've been talking about, now I gotta like implement it,
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's it's a little scary, because I've
Mm-hmm.
never done that. Like I've always tried to do everything myself.
Yeah.
Um and so now like delegating is so scary, and like how are we going to get all this content organized? I'm not the best person like with technology. It frustrates me sometimes, so like
Mm.
the iCloud, because it's not compatible with my Android. Like sometimes files are not in the right format, and I get it to all like the other day I just spent like 2 hours on photos that I couldn't even like format correctly. So it's like
Oh, I see.
that's like my overwhelming point sometimes, and
Yeah.
so I just want to find the best way that I don't have to deal with that. Um, and yeah, and figure that out, and then move forward. So that's like short vision, like this event. Of course, I want to give it a lot of energy because that is in the next month, and so we have this whole month to sell that event. And really, it's more than selling. It's getting the people there for the healing, because
Right.
the healing is what is important. And that's important to me, bringing the
Sure.
community together to receive these teachings and this healing. And then I still have other bigger picture things that I can't lose focus from, right? That I have to make sure that even if I'm not executing them right now, because this is my priority, that I don't lose sight of them, and that they are somewhere on the chart.
Yeah, exactly. I think
Yeah.
that's important, like you said. Hmm.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, I had some good ideas last night, and I was thinking about some of those goals, and I would like to add them to our list.
Okay. All right. So, what would be the after this session's over? What would be an outcome that you'd be happy with, if you could get something from our time together today? What would it be?
I feel like what would be really good for me at the end of this session is to have like something ready for me to submit to my social media manager and my digital content organizer, like clear instructions. That would be really good. So like that, after this call, I don't have to like think about all these things by myself.
Okay.
That would be really nice. To have that support, and yeah, and then just jotting some ideas down that I had for the bigger picture.
Okay. Excellent. So basically, having instructions and something ready to submit to your social media manager. Is, you said
Yeah.
social media manager and your content writer?
content like a digital organizer. So basically, what I want to do is, because it's a lot of work with like going through all these pictures, and like we've already, yesterday I was working with my business partner, so we have like a folder of pictures that we're going to use for like our first drip campaign.
Sure.
But there's more. I have like a folder of like 1,000 pictures, and so we chose like the ones that we picked, like five or something like that, just for now, to to create the flyer and create like some posts and things like that. But there's more, right? There's also like a lot other pictures, and so I wanna have a system that's just very streamlined, where everything can get organized, and then some pictures that maybe don't work, maybe they don't work so well.
Okay.
So I don't want to have them all together. I want to like separate all of the good photos from the ones that are not that great. There's a lot of repetition ones or whatnot. So just getting like the best ones. But I don't want to have to go through all this, because like the other day, it took me 2 hours, to like.
But you want to have that person also do that part.
Well, I'm thinking this will be two different people.
Two different people. Okay.
I'm thinking, because it's a lot. It's a lot to like have to go through all the content, digital organization, and then on top of that, create the campaigns and create, all the whole month
Okay.
strategy. So what I'm thinking is one of them can be solely focused on organization, content management, creating the um, the folders, the classifications of the images and videos and whatnot. And then the other one can be like taking those folders that's already chosen, it's already shuffled through. Um, it's already picked.
Yeah.
What are we going to use? And then just start creating, right?
Right.
Stories, reels, posts, design, Canva, this, that.
Awesome.
So,
Hmm.
so that's what I'm thinking. In my
Perfect.
mind, that's how my mind is working right now. I mean, maybe one person could do it, but for me, I think that it might be a little bit too much for one person. It's a lot for me, so I could
Okay.
imagine for another person it might be too much for them.
Okay, great. So we're gonna create a system and instructions so that you can have your social media manager and your content manager know what to do and be able to sort all the images and videos and create the content. And then we'll discuss the big goal overview as well. Like if we have not if we have time, I think we'll have time. It's just, we won't have a lot of time to dedicate, but at least we'll continue exploring that conversation so that you are very clear as to what is that you're accomplishing in this quarter and then the next one and the next one, right? The more ahead you are, the
Yeah,
better, so that way you understand like your own process. So but
yeah,
sometimes it's very hard to think too far ahead because it kind of gets overwhelming
yeah.
because there's so many steps in between. So
There's
a
a lot of steps.
quarter, 3 months is not a lot of time. So in our minds, it occurs like, okay, this is a chunk of time I have, and I know it's coming up really fast, so we can make it work. Um,
Yeah, and then my other goal is for this, for all of this work that we're investing, into creating this event, for it to be like what Jared was saying the other day. It was like a blueprint
mhm.
that next time we do this, it's like we already have, a
Um,
lot of what we need, the information that we need, and this could just be like an ongoing type of thing. And to like build the interest now with like the event and like selling out now, but having people that want to come, that they're already signing up for the next one.
yes. Okay. Great.
So yeah.
Beautiful. And do you, just as a quick question, do you already have the video that you were gonna create for the event itself, the promotional
I
video?
have like a reel. We did like a reel with some of the pictures that we made, and like the flyers. But yesterday, like really, we were focusing more on the flyer, and creating some of the like an email newsletter type of text invite.
Uh-huh.
Um, so I have that, and then I have little video clips that, in addition to the reel that I made to make other videos, uh, but I haven't done everything yet.
Okay. So you're still working on it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, and I
Well,
told my business partner that sometime
mhm.
this week we need to meet, so that we can do a video of us like talking,
Yeah.
talking about what we're going to be doing in this event.
Yeah. Yeah. So that and the Eventbrite, you said you want to have that completed. Did you get a chance to finish the Eventbrite? I saw the link actually.
Yeah, the Eventbrite, it looks pretty complete. I mean, I maybe could use some reviewing, but we pretty much worked on it a lot, so it feels complete.
Feels complete.
I
Okay,
think,
good.
yeah, I think that now is like what we do need to do. What the next steps are for that is creating a referral code, um, for our partners, JV partners. Like I met with a friend last night, and he's like interested in the event, and he's really big like into social media and he's spreading the word, and he's like a business person. So he's like, send me the information, and I was like, yeah, I'll send you the information and I'll make a code for you.
Nice.
So that, whoever you share it with and comes through you, you could either, yeah, like get that counted towards your ticket or coming back to you or something like that. So maybe getting more clear on that, on what that referral incentive is, and what the like the percentage, what's fair according with the pricing, because we also have a lot of expenses that we're going to have, with our event,
Yeah.
and so just creating like that balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have a lot of work ahead of you, so let's focus on the thing that we're gonna do today,
Yeah.
and yeah, like you said, budgets, like creating the budgets, understanding like what are the expenses, like you have to budget all of that so that you know
Yeah.
exactly like what's coming in, what's going out, and but like you said, this is going to be a really great system for you to put your event again and again. It's going to be much easier once you do the first one. So yeah, you're doing really great. I like the Eventbrite. It's you have something solid, and I think it's just a matter of starting to promote. People are going to sign
Yeah.
up. Really.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, great work, great work.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So let's talk about the social media manager and the content manager, and start
Yeah.
thinking about the system that you would
Yeah.
like to design. Um,
Yeah.
I know Jared is creating the whole machine and he's on his own, like he's working on
He's
that.
working on that, right?
And I haven't really had a chance to speak with him about the updates and stuff. So I think for next call
Mhm.
we'll have something solid to work on.
Mhm.
And I understand we discussed how the vision is, or what the vision is, that's the platform to communicate with them in general. Like
Yeah.
that's how you'll communicate with them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and if, for example, if some of them are like working together somehow, if there's like the organizer that's organizing all the things, and she needs to communicate with the social media manager, and she needs to like send her certain files or whatever, how could there be an interface where we can all see what we're doing and communicate?
Okay.
And that's what we had spoke about to Jared about, like how to create that. And
Yeah.
where there's like a map laid out in front of our face, like, okay, this person's working on that person's working on this, and you know,
Correct.
yeah.
Okay. So again, like I don't know if it's worth suggesting platforms to you, and you might already know about these platforms.
Mhm.
But there's like anything from Trello?
I've used Trello before. I don't know if I'm completely if I like Trello. Um, I don't know. Sometimes these platforms, like I use them, but maybe maybe I haven't used them correctly. I don't know if
Yeah,
it
no,
works for
no,
me.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a
Uh-huh.
bunch of them. I wasn't
Yeah.
recommending Trello necessarily. I'm just gonna
Oh,
name.
okay.
I was just naming them. Like, we have
Oh,
Trello,
okay.
we have it's project management platforms,
Yeah.
and then you have Slack, or you have Monday.com, or you have Teamwork, or Asana, like bunch of different things. And I think what you're doing with Jared is gonna take the place of those platforms.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't want to really like
Get
promote or
into those.
getting right
Yeah.
before speaking with
Yeah.
Jared and making sure that what he's doing is gonna basically be that,
Yeah.
and we should just hold on for a moment,
Yeah.
and in the meantime start to think about what is it that you want to start, like how are we going to delegate and what are we going to delegate, so that at
Yeah.
least you have that understanding. Once we have the platform, you can start putting the information in there.
Yeah. I think it's about the skeleton, right? The
Yes,
creating the skeleton of what's gonna go in there.
right, so let's
Perfect.
create the skeleton.
Okay.
And
Emiliano, I have to take a moment to go to the restroom. Is that okay?
okay, I'll be
Do
here.
1 minute? Okay. Thank you. Okay. I'll be right back.
Awesome. So well, where you were gone, I was just
Yeah.
thinking about creating a Word doc, Google Doc that we can edit together. We have
Okay.
the mind map as well we can use, but I think right now we can do the Google Doc and start downloading the ideas in one place.
Okay.
I'm gonna share my
Perfect.
screen. Let's look at this together. Share screen.
Trying to get closer to the sun.
The
Okay.
sun.
Yeah. I like being in the sun.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Oh, that's not the one.
Okay.
Okay. So, so this is system for social media. Social media system. All right. So I guess the first thing is
Mm-hmm.
I thought about what's the problem we're trying to solve, right? And that's
Right.
the next, like we want to be very specific as what's the problem, because if we can
Yeah.
define the problem, we can solve the problem. If we don't know what the problem is, we can create a bunch of systems, but we're not really solving the real problem.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's the problem right now?
Yeah. So the problem, I think, is like the technology and like the files and like all
Mhm.
these overwhelming amount of content, right? Like photography and videos, and then it's like folders, lots of these things, and then like sifting through them is like very time consuming, right? And then also creating the actual videos and the stories and like coming up with a whole strategy. So that's why I want to outsource, delegate these tasks, because I need to be having my energy to focus on the other things, right? That need to be done, and keeping my mind on the big picture. I can't be doing all these tasks.
Right.
So I think right now the problem is like sometimes when I'm like, I have to go review a bunch of applications, right, for this this application that I put out for social media manager. And actually, the social media manager, I know who she is. She's literally waiting for me to send her all the material, so she could start working and the instructions. And also with the digital content organizer, I feel a little bit limited with like the sharing the files, right? Like, how do I share these files? I know it could be the cloud, but for me, it's like these things, they get in my way of like doing things.
Okay.
Maybe it's something easy, and I just need to learn where to click, or what to do, or what's the best way to send her these things right now. For the boat, I'm just gonna think about the boat for now, because I have other photos for other promotions that's for my private sessions, but I'm not gonna think about that just for now, just so we can focus on this.
Right.
So for the boat, I have an iCloud link that is available till the 31st without expiring. So what I'm thinking that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send that link to the content organizer and have her sift through it.
Okay.
Yeah, have her sift through it. Make a folder of all the videos. Separate the videos from the pictures. I think that's the first thing. Yeah, that's the first thing. Because right now everything is in this huge folder with 1,000 of pictures and videos.
Okay.
So yeah, so she has to separate videos from pictures and then sift one level deeper and sift through all the good photos from all the not so good photos, right? And so start reducing the amount of content to what we're actually going to use.
What do you say? SIFT? How do you write SIFT?
SIFT.
Oh, SIFT. Oh,
I think it's with an S. With an S. Okay. Yeah.
All photos.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think what we're doing right now is we're creating the instructions for them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
You want them to select the best ones?
Yeah. And like right now I have a folder with some selected ones, but I know that there's some other ones.
Do you have the name of that folder? Like, is there a name for the folder that has the best ones or no?
Doesn't right. Really... Well, right now we just have the ones we picked yesterday. Those are the same ones we used for the flyer that we created. So we created a flyer. What I can do is I can show them to you if you like. I could send you the link. Okay. And that's like what we're starting out with. That's for something that we could use for this week, right?
Okay.
So like we're going to be doing a launch. Like this is a launch. It's a product launch, for a retreat. It's a retreat launch. And at the same time, it's launching our organization as well, because this is the first time as an organization that we are creating an event. So really, this is the first time that we're putting ourselves out there as an organization.
Great.
And as the founders and co-creators with another organization. So, we're putting this out to the world, and in order to do a really neat job, I think it's necessary to get everything organized. Also, captions.
Yeah.
Right, captions.
Charging my computer. Captions.
Captions.
Okay. Do you want them to write captions for the best ones or for the ones that you choose?
Well, what I'm thinking is I'm going to have to write down some of those captions because, they don't really know what the theme is. So, for example, I already wrote something yesterday that can start us off. with like some captions. I'm gonna look for those links. So maybe we could just put them in here,
Okay.
and we can have that.
But so what is when you refer to captions, are you saying that you want them to pair the captions that you wrote to the pictures that they
Yeah,
consider?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So they're
And
what
what
they're doing
I
the
told my
pairing.
social media manager, like sometimes I write a lot, and so I have that tendency. And so I told her, from me writing, I might write all these things. Maybe what you'll do is you'll just get like the
The yeah,
key
okay.
points, keywords, and shorten it
Okay.
and make it more digestible, because I have that tendency where I could write a lot and then it's too much. So then the social media manager needs to go through what I write. What I'm thinking, which I'll show you this, for example, just so you have an idea. Okay. So I'm gonna send this to our group page. And you tell me what you think.
Okay.
And if you want, you could add it to this document. So you see that I just sent a message, right?
Okay. I see it.
Okay. So for example, this has a what me and my business partner were talking about is that this could be almost like it could be a blog post.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a newsletter, right? What I also think is that it could be a caption. It could be captioned for some social media posts.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I think is, because it is a lot of text, maybe it's like taking a little bit at a time and dividing it through different um, posts.
Okay. Great. And then the captions are for the posts, for the social media posts, right? That's what you mean by caption.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And right now, like we worked on this yesterday on this document that I just sent you. So, like, that's what I have to start out. But then I know that there's going to be more because we want to do a month of promotion, right? So, we're going to need to write more things because it's education. And so what I learned also is education based marketing. And so I have to look more into that and remember like all the things I learned from education based marketing. And so create a lot of education and a lot of free content
Mm-hmm.
that people can digest and that they can begin to learn and understand, so that they can, you know, have that knowledge and see why they actually need to come to this event to learn
Amazing.
these things, right?
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Love it. I think you have the yeah, you have the big picture. Now it's just a matter of like verbalizing it and put like you said, putting in instructions, which we're doing right now. And my question is, you talked about newsletter and blogs. Is that something that that the social media person manager is also going to be doing, or you just want them to do social media?
We haven't talked about this newsletter and the blog.
Okay.
With her, I literally talked about social media.
Okay.
I talked to her about Instagram, TikTok, and starting a TikTok page, and Facebook,
Okay.
and also potentially YouTube. So we were discussing YouTube, but we were saying let's just start out with the social media, to
I think that's good.
faster. Right. Yeah. Because
Instagram
YouTube, I feel like it's a bigger step, right?
yeah.
So we said
And
we were going to
YouTube,
start.
what you could do
Uh-huh.
in YouTube is start filming content from the trip, from the experiences, and just post it as content. Yeah, you probably you instead of a social media manager, you might need an editor on YouTube, a video editor, that someone that can help you edit the content instead, because it's more of like videos that you're posting. Um, but it might be the same person. I don't know how is
I was
it.
working with another editor,
Okay.
so I think that would be a good job for her. I have to get back in touch with her because they had a typhoon in the Philippines, and so her computer broke and she slowed down her work.
Okay.
So I have to check back in with her, see how she's doing, and yeah, and if not her, then look for another person. But yeah,
Okay. But we'll focus on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook for now.
I think for now that's a good start. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and then for the it's that was a good point. So for the blog post and the newsletter, maybe that's something that I have to delegate to her too, or yeah, yeah, because I don't want to have to do that myself.
You don't want to do the blog post or the newsletter either, right? Do you just want to write the blogs and then have someone edit it
Somebody do it. Yeah,
and someone
that
else
would be
posts
good.
it? So maybe
Yeah.
the social media manager can be in charge of posting the blog,
Uh
but
huh.
I don't know, is do you know how her writing skill is, or should you delegate the blog editing to an
So I
actual.
think what I would do is I would give her like that document, right, where it
Yeah,
has already everything written.
yeah,
But then I would have her design the page, make it look pretty,
right.
give it the fonts, the colors, the this, the that, have her post a flyer that we made, right? As part of the image, have everything match. She can copy paste what we did and design it. Really, right? That's what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Make
And
it look nice. Because that's where I lose time. Like I try to do that before. And I can do it. I'm not saying I can't do it, but it takes me hours and then I can't focus on the other things. And then it's not as good as I would like it to be because that's not really my top skill.
I think if the social media manager is is a good designer, which normally they would, like they know how to design, they know how to make things look pretty. Otherwise, that's
Yeah,
what
that's
you
what
do.
she said. That's what she showed me. Is she showed me some of her sites for her clients, like on Instagram, and she was saying this is what I do, and she like helps them color coordinate everything, and
Okay.
design the things on Canva so that
Okay.
they all match. Yeah.
Awesome. So then you can have literally that same. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be the same content or different, but you're gonna have to talk to her and see if the content that you're providing is enough for her to do a newsletter, a blog. And actually, here's a strategy.
Yeah.
You create the blog post, and she takes that blog post and turns it into content, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook content, and the newsletter. Or
Yeah.
she promotes the blog on the newsletter. So that's how you do it. You create the blog. That's something you do because it's the creative and inspired side of you, and that's
All
that's
right. Okay.
that's what you like doing in the first place. You like writing.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah.
you take, I don't know, 5-10 hours a week to create one blog that's really good, and then you give it to your social media manager, and then she will create the content for TikToks, Facebook, and Instagram from that blog post that you created, and also use all kinds of other things, like all the events that you're having, everything, so she can have a social media calendar. But the main thing she's going to be doing is taking that text that you send her and creating the blog post on your website, like
Mm-hmm.
actually it with pictures, making it look nice, then using that content to create the social media content and promote it on the newsletter and create the newsletter. And I don't know how often you want to send the newsletter out. Do you know?
Yeah. Well, I think for now, I have an old newsletter
Mm-hmm.
that was from my past business, but because I've
Mm-hmm.
been doing some rebranding, I
Yeah.
almost feel like I need to like reintroduce myself to that email list with these new services. So I would like to reactivate that because I already have that mailing list.
How many
And
subscribers do
then,
you have?
huh?
How many subscribers do you think you have?
It's not like a huge list. It's in the hundreds.
Okay, great. That's
Yeah,
still good.
yeah. And then I have like a new list that I've had open for a couple months, and that one is really small because that one has been me not marketing anything or SEO or anything. It's just like organic traffic. And I think it's a few people
Okay.
that have signed up to this new one, but they're different systems. So my old one is MailChimp,
MailChimp.
and then so I would need to give her the logins for that, um, for her to do that. And then the new one is on my Wix, which I have never even used. But I do have, separate from this social media manager, I have a website manager. And so I think that my website manager, she's the one that could do the blog post. Like I could give her the written word and the image I want to choose, but she can format it.
Okay.
The
So that's
the
someone else
website
then?
manager. Hmm?
Website manager?
Yeah, and the website manager, and I do have some updates that I need to do on the website. And within those updates, I need to create a team page for our ministry on the website. And then I also need to create a page that has a retreat
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
page.
that's good.
And so I got to figure out if maybe there's a way somewhere to have a, because I'm getting organic traffic to my website of people that want to see me for my bookings, my private bookings. So I don't know if maybe I should have a pop out window or something, letting people know, hey, we're having this retreat. But that's something I would need to figure out with the
Here's an idea I can
website
give
manager.
you
Yeah.
right now
Oh yeah.
from another website that I know.
Mhm.
I really like how she promotes it. Kat Johnson. She does co-working spaces. Actually, she's like a co-working marketing expert. And
Oh.
once a month, she has a conversation. She calls it the co-working convo. And so once a
Oh.
month, this thing on the top changes with the new topic or the new event that she's having. And so it's always cool because you come here and you see it right away. It's right here on the top. So I don't know if that's
Oh, that's her. That's her event.
yeah, that's her event, and this takes her
Oh.
directly into Eventbrite.
Oh, okay. So then I need to do something like that.
It could be an idea.
Uh huh.
I really like it, and she's an expert marketer
Oh.
uh, on the co-working industry. So I don't know. And maybe you can do something similar, or just put something on the front. But I really like this because it's always changing. So you come into her
Yeah.
website and there's always something new up here. So
Yeah.
it kind of like keeps it exciting. It's not
Okay.
not always the same.
Oh, that's cool. So then I need to get in touch with the website manager and then, yeah, let her know that we're having this retreat. Because I have a retreats page on the website, but that retreats page, I have like listed like 3 signature retreats that I like to facilitate. Um, but they're more like evergreen. Like they're there. Those are retreats that you can do with me, but they're not like what I'm doing right now. That's
Right.
something that I may schedule, for the future dates. But right now, it's like these are possible retreats in case you want to know about it, sign up on my list, get the information updates. But right now, I want to have something that's very specific to just this one retreat,
Yeah, and so
like
this
a
this is
landing
not,
site.
it's not a pop-up. It's not
Mhm.
a pop-up because sometimes pop-ups they're kind of annoying, to be
They're
honest. Like
annoying. Yeah. Yeah.
they just like it's kind of like promotion, and it just like yeah. So
It
this
annoys people. Yeah.
this is not as annoying in my opinion because it's just there, and
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
kind of subtle. It like it does. It's the first thing you see, so it's like literally your attention goes to that. And if
Yeah.
you put something interesting, like it's great.
Yeah.
If they want to scroll through it, that's cool too. But as long as this is the main
Yeah.
thing that
So
matters to you,
basically, you click on that and it takes them to the Eventbrite.
right? That's it. And
Perfect.
then
So then that's what I need.
yeah, and then she also has
Yeah.
this combos page which talks about what that is, and this also takes them to the Eventbrite. But
Oh,
this
I see. So that's the page where she explains what that is.
right,
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
So you can have your events here, events page.
Yeah. So maybe what I can do is, since this is going to be a retreat that I'm going to be doing, is I can add it to my retreat menu because I have a retreat menu.
Mhm.
I could add it to my retreat menu, and then in addition, I could have something like this
Mhm.
banner there. Okay, with the Eventbrite.
I think that's a good idea.
I like that.
Okay.
Perfect.
So you say create team page and retreat page, and then
Yeah.
create a banner at the top, like the one on, and we can just put the website.
Yeah, Johnson. Yeah.
Create a banner at the top, like the one on catjohnson.co that is directed to the Eventbrite
I like that.
page. That direct.
Oh yeah, and then something else that we talked about earlier that I would like to make sure that it's listed here is the Eventbrite. Create the referral codes.
Oh yeah, the referral codes.
Yeah.
We can do that on Eventbrite itself.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done that before. I just have to go and fiddle with it and remember how to do it.
Are you gonna ask someone to do it for you, or are you gonna do it yourself?
I was thinking of doing it myself, but actually, so with this content organizer that I'm talking to, actually, I spoke to her. She's actually a VA, so she's like a virtual assistant.
Oh, okay.
So maybe what I can do is I can have her be my virtual assistant because I'm still trying to figure out, how I'm like,
Especially tech wise, because it might take her
Yeah.
very little to just do it, and you just tell her what to do and she'll do it.
Yeah, so I think that's what I want to do. With the content organizer, she'll be like my VA, my virtual assistant. And so she could help me organize all my digital life and then help me with the little things I need help with, like that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to create the disc, what's it called? The codes, or what do you call it?
It's like a referral code. So like, yeah, so it's like, Emiliano, I'm going to give you this referral code so that you can mark it to your, your network.
Mm-hmm.
And then if somebody comes in with the Emiliano code, you're going to get a percentage.
Okay. Create the referral codes on Eventbrite. Great. So you have to, if you give her this instruction, of course you have to like go a little deeper as to what are the referral code, like how much, what percentage you're giving people, like all of that, those instructions. But at least now you have it here. You can use.
Yeah, I was thinking, what do you think is a good percentage? Because it's usually like 5 or 10%.
Yeah, I think 10% is good.
10%.
Yeah, okay. Because that's normally like that's a typical sales commission.
That's pretty average, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll do that.
10%. Yeah, I don't know what other information she would need. If she might need the emails of the people that you're giving them the code, or not not even, maybe not.
No,
But
you don't need
she'll tell
that.
you
You
what.
just create a password
Okay,
with like their names.
simple.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so you have so the problem, let's go back to the problem to make sure we're solving the problem. The problem is that your files, images, photos, and folders are it takes a lot of time because they're not organized.
Yeah.
So zipping through all that content and getting all organized and making sure everything's in the right place, that's the problem, one of the problems.
Yeah.
And that is this being solved with this system that we're putting in place, or is there anything else that you see that's needed for this problem to be taken care of?
I think that once we have this flow, the content organizer organizing all of these things is going to be a
We
lot
might need to have
better.
some categories. No, I'm thinking like at least give some instructions as to the categories that you want those pictures to be organized under.
Oh, that would be nice.
Otherwise,
yeah, so
she's not gonna know what to organize it under. Like, I think you need to be very specific. How do you want it organized? Like, what's the way that you like your videos and pictures and everything to be organized so that it's simple for you to go through it whenever you need it? Like, do you have ideas of what it would look like?
let me think about that one. Yeah, I think that's my challenge because I'm not like very professional with all this. It's all new to me. But I would think like just thinking about how it is. It's like there's pictures that are like playing outside, like just kind of being silly on the boat. Like pirate pictures with Benjamin, the circus pirate. So maybe like circus pirate pictures. Then like there's some pictures of Catherine and Serge, the hosts of the boat. So maybe that's one category. So circus pirate pictures, Catherine and Serge pictures, and there is like pictures of the sensual massage, right? So that's another category. Then there's pictures of like acro yoga. So acro yoga pictures. I think with the acro yoga and the Thai massage, they kind of go together. So I think those could be on the same categories, or maybe. What do you think? Should I have one for acro yoga and one for Thai massage? And does not really sexual massage. It's more like a sensual.
Sensual.
Sensual. Yeah. So just turn the X into an N. Yeah. Yeah. So I think the sensual massage is one category, and then the acro yoga is another category.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's the other category, which is the Thai massage.
Oh, Thai massage is not sensual.
Well, the thing is that in the pictures we have some outdoors, and there's more Thai-like, and then the sensual massage is more nude. So
okay.
Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you see, like, you're categorizing everything, and then now it's gonna be much easier for you to go in. Oh, I need a picture of this. Oh, perfect. Let me go here, and I already know where I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna have the good pictures in those folders, not the bad pictures. So you don't have to spend time sifting through it.
I like that. Yeah, and then I guess there's the categories of like the women's pictures, with all the girls. Like maybe it's like sisters, and then there's the picture with like the guys.
Okay, so you want to call it sisters and sisters?
Sisters pictures, yeah. And then it's like the brothers pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're talking more than one, right? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, there's more than one. I mean, those are a smaller category. But we
Okay.
do have that. Yeah. And
Okay.
then maybe there is like, I'm thinking ahead. Well, maybe right now just keep it like that. But I'm thinking ahead, and then we might have more like community circles, like things like that.
Okay. I had
Pictures.
right.
But right
And
now, these are the categories.
awesome. And so you see how you give some thought as to what are the categories, and then you can always zoom out, and this could be all under the category of events, or like specifically it's the charter event or the sailboat event, right?
Yeah.
So, and then you zoom out even more, and that's under events,
Yeah.
because you have other pictures that are not just events, that are conferences, or you could be like 1 day events, 3 day events, and then you have all your, so you see, you start with what you have right now, which is perfect.
Yeah.
But then as you have more stuff, you start categorizing even more. And the idea is that you're the one thinking about how you want to organize this information so that it makes sense for you, not for other people, but for you.
Right. Right.
And I think this is a really good start, because you're seeing how, if you have your pictures and videos in this format, your life's gonna be much easier. The the question I have for you is, do you want to have like all of the pictures in one place and then the videos in another, and still have the same categories? Whoops, are you there? Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was following you. My computer, I think, is shut down because I ran out of battery.
Oh, no worries. Okay.
Okay.
So I was saying that, do you want to have a folder that's pictures, and then that picture folder has all of these categories, and then you have a folder that's called videos, and then the video folder has all these categories as well? Or how would you like to do it? Or do you want to have inside this category, you have videos and pictures?
Yeah, I like what you were saying about having like events, like an events folder. And then this one more specifically, because we are going to plan different events. So this one more specifically is the tantric day sale, or boating. Tantric boating. Tantric day sale is the name of the event. Yeah.
Like that, sale?
And then I missed one here. So maybe under acro yoga, I believe that we have some pictures of aerial yoga.
Nice.
On the, or we have, that's one of the categories.
Okay, let me see.
And then we have, other pictures of just like having fun on the boat, like just being silly or dancing or swimming. And
You want to call it like other pictures, or fun?
yeah, just like play.
Play.
Yeah.
Okay. How many videos do you think you have?
Oh, and then question. So do you think it's better to do like each one of these categories have the videos and the pictures of those categories within that category, but just in different folders, like videos of the circus pirate and pictures of the circus pirate, or videos of the acro yoga and pictures of the acro yoga. But on the
Okay,
same folder?
so I mean, if you're looking, let's say you're looking for a video, okay? So do you rather go like on your search, you rather go to, are you gonna say I'm looking for, so do you rather say I'm looking for video and you click on the video folder, and then under video folder there's events, and then you find it, and then you're gonna find event, and you're gonna have tantric day sale, and you're gonna find circus pirate videos, and then you click there and then only videos show up? Is that better than go to, okay, I'm gonna look for a video, so I'm gonna go to events, tantric day sale, circus pirate pictures, no, circus pirate, and then you're gonna click on videos, and then you find the videos there? Which one do you think is better for you? Logically, I think it makes sense, the choosing if you want video or picture, like logically, but I'm just thinking of, it might be complicated to like duplicate everything from one place to another, and if you do edits, but at the same time, it's up to you.
I think whatever's easier. What do you think is easier?
Let's map it out. Video.
Like I can't visualize it right now. What
Right.
that would be like.
No, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna map it out for you. So you have video, events, okay, and then you have video, pictures, events. That's one option. The other option is events, tantric day sale, and then you have picture. Like that, but for each one.
Oh, I see.
Like that.
Maybe that one is easier, I think. Maybe because
This one?
Oh, let me see. Okay, so you have one big folder, it says Tantric Day Sale, and then you have another folder says events, another folder says videos, and then you have the different categories.
That's if you want to do the folders, but maybe you just put everything in there, and then when someone does a search, they just click on Circus Pirate, and they don't have to see two folders. They just see the pictures and videos combined, but they could simply do on when you look up something on your Finder, you can say if you want it categorized by video or pictures. So it's simple. We don't have to necessarily create the pictures and video folders.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's an extra step that's not necessary.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too necessary, because you can categorize them and sort them by format, and the videos are going to be in one format, are going to show up before or after the picture. So you're going to have pictures and then videos, so you can see both right there.
Okay.
So I think
okay.
I think this, if we take the folders out and we just leave it like this, it's going to be more
okay. Yeah, I would say whatever's easier, and then whatever's easier to put on the search to find.
Yeah, I think this is easier. The only disadvantage of this one is that you might not have videos of something and you don't know. And the other, on this one, you can click on videos, and everything you'll find in here is gonna be video. So you might not have Circus Pirate pick videos, so you wouldn't have this category in there. Does that make sense? So that's the only advantage I see from this one.
Oh, okay, I see. So if I don't have a video, I wouldn't see it there. Hmm. Huh. Good point.
And maybe that's a question that you could ask Jared, since he's a little more technical, and
Yeah.
he might be able to have a. He's gonna listen to the recording anyway, so
Yeah.
why don't we ask his opinion? What would be best?
Yeah, and then maybe I could tell the content manager and say, hey, what do you think would work best?
Yeah, right. I'll leave.
They're gonna
this
be,
without the
you know,
poll.
she's gonna be managing it, so I don't even want to mess around with it too much, where it's a system that she could constantly be using.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we have those two options.
Yeah, we
Should
don't.
we,
yeah.
is there a name for each one option, or is just how would I explain it to her?
Well,
See.
this is just oh, I see. So this is option 1.
Yeah.
Option 1. Okay, hold on. So create a folder. So folder system option. So this is the folder system. Let's do it like this. We already have option 1. Then this one's gonna be option 2. Okay. So you have those two options, video and then pictures.
Perfect.
Right, and then let me add this one up here.
Option 1.
Folder system 4.
So option 1 is one main folder with categories and picture and video folders within the category.
One main folder with what?
With categories and pictures and video folders.
And video folders are optional inside each category.
Right.
Picture and video folders are optional inside each category. So that's option 1. And
Yeah.
then option 2 is
Option 2.
you have video and photo, video and pictures, or pictures, pictures and, or picture, this is singular, picture and video folders, main folders, and then categorize. What do we say? Categorize the.
This is like 2 main categories, right? Like videos and pictures for each subject.
Yeah, right. So pictures and video, picture and video main folders are, let's put it like this, main folders are picture and video. There we go.
Yeah. Perfect.
Categorize the race based on social.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are the two options. And then it takes a lot of time to create the social media content. So we also discuss this based on use the content Angie sends and create social media posts from that content. And you're gonna do Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And then use the content that Angie provides and upload the content in a blog post format. So the blog is what you're gonna write. Then you send
Yeah.
it to your social media manager. She takes that and puts it on a blog post format and uploads it into the website. It's either gonna be her
Yeah.
or your
The website manager.
Okay, so it's the website manager does it. Okay, so then let's
Blog
put
post, yeah. The blog post I'm gonna send that blog post document to the website manager, tell her I need a new blog post. And yeah, I'll have her use the pictures I want for that. And then I could give that blog post to the social media manager.
and that's what she will use to create the social media content. Okay, so then
Yeah.
the MailChimp, the newsletter, is that something that to create a newsletter? So you want the social media manager to write the newsletter based on
I'm thinking, let's see, I'm thinking maybe because I didn't really talk to her about newsletters, so she gave me a quote for these three things, right? The Instagram, the TikTok, and the page. And her quote, that it was for those things. So now that I'm thinking about, my content digital organizer, she's also like my VA, like my virtual assistant.
Yeah.
And the digital content organizing is one aspect of her assistant, right?
Okay.
That's what she's assisting me with. But other aspects of her assistance could be the newsletter. So I think maybe the newsletter is more for my VA.
Not your social media manager?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Wait,
Because I don't know.
Is it website manager or the content
No,
manager?
the content organizer.
Content organizer is just VA.
Yeah, you could say content organizer, VA. Yeah.
So the content organizer is your VA, the one that's gonna do the upload the blog post, right?
Not the blog post, but the newsletter.
And the blog post is gonna be done by the website manager?
The website person, the website manager.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we go here. Use the content Angie provides and upload the content in a blog post format on the website. There we go. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. And so for the content VA, I think she's like a virtual assistant and then content organizing. Because I think that's what I'm getting clear. Okay. So if I have this virtual assistant, what do I want her to do? That's where I hit my roadblock where I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know what to tell them. I have so many things to do and I don't even know what, So it's like I'm coming up with my job description for my virtual assistant. And so one of those job descriptions for her, one of her tasks is content organizing.
There you go.
And so another one of her tasks is newsletter management. Yeah.
Okay.
And I have to keep thinking about, other things that she could help me with. But right now I feel like that's my priority.
Yeah, these are just all tasks that you're gonna give your I don't think we should like categorize it. I think it's fine that you just leave it as content organizer just because kind of like gives you an idea of what she's doing.
Yeah.
So we can just leave it like that. So she's your virtual assistant / content organizer.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. And the thing is that with this older MailChimp, I have all those, users, right? Or the subscribers.
Yeah.
But now I have a new website. And so, because I did my rebranding, and so this website now is going to be managed, this new newsletter, the new one that I only have much less people, that could be managed by the website manager, because I'm paying her for managing everything related with Wix. And so that Wix system has the website embedded into the newsletter. So the newsletter is part of the Wix website.
Right. Right. Okay.
So then for the new newsletter that I need to start, getting traction with that list, building that list, I need to build this current list. So that's my goal. And that's why I want to write that book, right? Because then that book is going to be, or like the ebook is going to be my lead magnet. But yeah, that's one step ahead.
Right. I see what you're saying. That's what's going to collect the emails.
That's what's going to collect the emails. But yeah, so my intention is to now grow this new email list, because that's more in alignment with what I'm doing now. So then I'll have the website manager, which I already have credits with because I've already been paying them, to manage this new new newsletter.
And you think you're going to send the same content to both newsletters then? It's the same thing, it's just different places you're sending.
So
Okay.
yeah,
That makes sense. So who's gonna be doing the editing for the newsletter? Your virtual assistant?
I think with the virtual assistant, since she's gonna send it to the old designed
content that Angie
the newsletter.
Create MailChimp newsletter. Create and send the MailChimp newsletter. So something like that. So you're gonna send them the content, they read it, and they edit it to develop the newsletter. And then of course you check it before it's sent, but they are in charge of sending it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then use content Angie sends and send the MailChimp newsletter. And send okay, so before they send it, so it's MailChimp newsletter. So then before ensure that Angie reviews before sending, and then send this newsletter, send the finished newsletter to the website manager. That's it. Send the finished website. Send the finished newsletter to the website manager, and then that way the website manager can use that. And
I like that. Yeah, that would be good.
Use the content. So instead of this content, yes. Services. Use the content. Use the newsletter. The content organizer sent to create a newsletter on Wix.
Yeah.
Ensure that Angie reviews before.
Yeah, and then I want to add something to use the content that Angie provides and uploads the content in a blog post format on the website. So I noticed that my other blog posts that are already on the site, there's just some like, what do you call it? Like misalignment. So I just want her to go through all the blog posts and make sure that everything is formatted correctly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that should be how would you say, create the same form?
Reformat blog post, I would say. For uniform standard look and feel.
Reformat blog post page, blog posts, reformat blog post and blog post page.
Yeah.
For uniform standard look and feel. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I think that's really clear instructions.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm gonna add some other things that I have to add there for the website manager, but I know those things and I have to I have snapshots of those things. So maybe we just make a note somewhere there that I will be adding some more instructions to this website manager round of edits.
Okay. You want me to make a note here?
Yeah.
There, how should I say? There will be more instructions.
Yeah. For the next round of edits. Yeah. And then I'll have to do that on my own. I know what that is. I just have to review my notes. So like one that I could think of right now that I guess we could just add it since we're already here. So where it says create a team page. Okay, so create a team page. So I have on the website, on my homepage, I have a block that says Tantric Ministry.
Yeah.
And so that block has a capacity underneath to add a button. So I would like to add a button underneath. You could say home, add a button under Tantric Ministry block.
And what's the button gonna say?
A block. Yeah, it's more like a block.
Of, block.
Yeah.
Block.
So add a button under Tantric Ministry block. I think you need to okay.
Block. Okay.
And then that button is gonna say meet the team. Or learn more. I don't know. Either or. What do you think would be better? Maybe meet the team seems personal.
So do you want the tantric ministry blog is what, the homepage, or is that?
No, and so in my homepage,
yeah,
I have I have like a banner, right? I have an introduction of myself with my bio or with like more about me. And then next to that, I have these blocks.
Okay.
And so I'll just make sure you have
what's the website name?
My website. Oh yeah, I was gonna send it to you on the chat, but I'll just say it. It's pretty easy. Thai with an H, THAI. Thai, and then Tantra. TANTRA, yeah, yoga, Thai Tantra Yoga .org.
The org, okay. ThaiTantraYoga.org.
It looks like it's not loading or something. Oh, there it is.
All right.
So if you scroll down, you'll notice there is my name, my introduction,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's that tantric ministry blog, right? And so
Okay.
now people can click on it, but I don't even think they could tell that they can click on it. So like click on it.
Right. I can't tell.
Click on that, right? So if you click on it, it gives you this explanation of what is the tantric ministry,
Okay.
right? But underneath, I want to have a button that says meet the team.
Okay.
And so that takes you to a page with all the team members
Okay.
of the tantric ministry. Like, who is the tantric ministry?
Awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
Eventually, I'm going to want to have a button underneath each one of these blocks. And then there could be a video, an introduction to Thai Tantra Yoga, an introduction to Acro Thai Tantra. But
That's
that will come
cool.
with time.
That's really cool. Okay.
For now, I want to have the team page that introduces people to who is the tantric ministry, what do we stand for, what are our values, what are our principles, because we don't have a website yet for the tantric ministry. We're gonna have one, but it takes time to do everything. Yeah. So for now, I kind of want this Thai Tantra Yoga website to be a portal into the tantric ministry.
Perfect. Okay, well. So add a button on the tantric ministry blog called Meet the Team. Yeah. And do you already have a page for Meet the Team or not yet?
I lost your audio. Hold on one sec.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
I can.
I can't hear you. Huh.
I hear you.
Hold on. I think my computer might be a little more charged now, so. Try that again. Let me see. I lost my audio for a minute, so.
Can you hear me now?
I know we're most likely getting close to wrapping up the session, but I want to make sure I can hear you so that we can do so. So I'm just logging into my computer right now.
Okay.
And
all right, so I think we do have a good start for instructions and a good system right now for you to start implementing, and as you implement and you get breakdowns or something happens, we can always revisit and do changes and edits to this. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But
perfect.
But yeah, so great. Well, I'm gonna send this to you, and so that way you can have it and edit whatever you want and send it. What something we didn't get to do today is the sharing and files and giving permission. So how about we do that next call?
Okay.
Because I know this was another challenge, just to figure out this part, which I think is gonna be easy once Jared has the technology in place. We can look at that, and I think it's gonna be with Google Drive most likely.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm happy to show you how that works and give you a tour of
Yeah.
Google Drive so that you understand it really well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty familiar with it. But yes, I could most likely use more support with that.
Okay, great.
As of now, I'm gonna just for this event, I have an iCloud link that was from my photographer's phone. So that's what I'm gonna use to share the all of that, and
Awesome.
then yeah, and so then have the organizer organize it the way we stated here,
Yeah.
and so then that needs to be on a cloud that's independent from my photographer's
Right.
iCloud,
Well,
and it's gonna have to be a cloud that we can share as a team, me and my organizer.
I I'm of the idea that, I mean, Google Drive is good for files mainly. I have a hard time sometimes with pictures,
Yeah,
especially when it's big files and sometimes you can't upload them, sometimes you can, sometimes just, I don't think it's the best for pictures and videos. I would suggest looking at Dropbox, for example, or if
yeah,
iCloud works, then doing iCloud, whichever is easier to
yeah.
use or cheaper. Um, so those
And
are,
then I want to put a note right here because it's something pending. So I have a web hosting company called Ionos, and so I've been meaning to call them because they offered me some sort of cloud something. So that might be the solution to my problem.
okay.
Um, Cloud storage. So I don't know. I have to call them. So I think that's one of my to-do lists for finding this out. What's the best way to store everything and share it? And yeah, so Ionos
Ionos.
cloud cloud computing. More information. I need to get more information on that.
Awesome. Okay, great. So we'll talk more about it next week or
Yeah,
next week in 2 weeks when we talk.
yeah,
Um, the
yeah.
question
I'm
I have
actually
for you,
gonna put it here. I'm gonna well when once I get to edit this, I'll add that.
okay, great. The question I
Yeah.
have for you is, I mean, what is there anything in particular that would be valuable for you to create in terms of between now and next call? Besides, of course, implementing this and testing, is there anything else that you consider? I don't know necessarily if there's specific homework that I should be giving you from after this, like between now and the next call. But I want to ask you if you consider there's something that you would like um, to do, like specific action items.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, there's so many of them, but
And you're gonna do them
so
anyways, but like anything that you're
yeah.
committed to and you're giving your word that you want to accomplish between now and our next call.
That I want to accomplish between now and then our next call. So in 2 weeks.
Yeah, the action steps. Um,
Okay. Yeah. So the action steps is gonna be to figure out this iCloud or this cloud computing storage system that can be easy for all of the users, and getting my virtual assistant and content organizer on a roll, getting her the instructions she needs to start working and the files, etc.
okay.
And also working with my social media manager to launch this month's event retreat launch.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and then update my website with the things we talked about and some other things that I need to talk about.
Awesome. Please.
Yeah, I think that's for now. That's a lot. So I
Yeah,
have so
you
many
have a
other
good
things,
amount of work to do.
but I have to do this first. And like I said earlier, there are things that I don't want to lose track of. And I think that's part of more of like the master plan that we were working on.
Yeah.
So then
We
the
can
other thing.
we can continue next week of that in the next. There's
Yeah.
always gonna be a lot to talk about, but like let's not keep that.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about it, like you said.
Yeah. So what I do want to do before our talk next time is go over that and just list the other things that I have in my mind for the organization. So then that's one thing. One other thing that Jared was talking about. I need to send him a list of each organization. So yeah, that's pretty top of the mind.
A list of what? Sorry.
Each organization, so I have all these different organizations, the contra organization, then the book, right? The products. There's these categories, like what we did right now with the categories of subjects. So that's what he said. Like we did that last time with you on the phone.
But yeah, we already have it actually. Don't we?
Yeah, is it there?
What are you sending to him?
He had told me to send him the list of organizations, but I think we have them.
I mean, we have Love in the New Earth, the Thai Tantra Yoga app, the Punishment, Eco Rainbow Goddess, and Tantric Ministry.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay. Well,
those are the categories.
You want me to send those to you or what? Or to him?
I don't, maybe I'm not recalling exactly what Jared asked me for. He asked me for the links to every organization.
Okay, so it's different.
I don't even, I get mixed up when I go in there. I don't even know which link is specifically, so maybe that's gonna roadblock for me.
Well, and you're talking about the platform, right? That you get lost?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's something we have to start working on as well, like looking at that, and I need to get trained in the platform as well, because I don't know how to use it either yet. We'll figure out.
Yeah. So that'll be a conversation with Jared to see if I need to send him any other thing. And then I know I have to have my goals for each organization, right? Because each one of those has a set of goals. So,
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I want to acknowledge you for your your excitement and your passion that you bring to this cause, and like just seeing you flourish and like starting to get really organized in your business, because I see that by you starting to bring this organization, you're just gonna like have so much peace of mind, and you're gonna flow much easier because you're already doing it. But I think I see it happening, so I acknowledge you for that.
Oh, thank you so much, Emiliano. I'm really grateful for your support and for your capacity to just stay very focused and just breaking down every little piece with a lot of simplicity. And, for me, that's really good.
Good.
It's a good thing.
I'm glad. Yeah, I thought it was very productive call.
Yeah. Very grateful for our work.
Yay. Awesome. All right. Well, I'll see you in 2 weeks, and I'll send the link over. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Blessings.
You too.
Bye, Jared.
Bye, Jared.
We love you.